Hey guys, welcome back. Maris here, and today we have Biomutant. And let me introduce you to another class you probably never ever expected. This right here is a Barter, shopkeeper, or yeah, whatever we want to call it. So you might be wondering what the hell is going on. So let me show you. Which I tried to build the worst possible class build in the game, which ended up being probably one of the best. And of course, there are some rules we need to establish what's good, what's best, but everything let's slowly introduce. So what this character build I have has. So this is what I mean by barter. So as you can see, I have built specifically, well, as worst as possible. Okay, the class I picked is Sentinel because there was as least as possible damage abilities, kind of. And after that, you can see I picked up my stats, so everything is just 10, but charisma. So basically, charisma is only stat ability that is allowed attribute to be put in, and I put 200 points, and that's it. 10 luck, 10 agility, 10 intellect, 10 strength, 10 vitality. So basically, I limit myself to absolutely not a single piece, because melee builds go for strength, then key Psi-Freaks go for intellect, and so on, so on. So then there's a crit build. Nope, not crit for this guy. And of course, that's one limitation. Second limitation, as you can probably guess from the other side of the screen, well, that's not necessarily needed, but let me still show you. What I went with is the perks, of course. I bought a lot of them. I tried to avoid as much as possible, basically none of them. Yeah, this is more shots can be, but not directly more damage. None of the damage abilities are being picked out. So armed attacks, perfect reload, which gives 20% more damage, attack damage, melee, attack range. Nope, automation doing 100% more. No. Just abilities. Everything else, I have a region, I have everything else. So you might be thinking, well, the guy's crazy? Is he drunk? That's beside the point, okay? So, and from Sentinel, basically the same thing. I have a knock, which is, of course, it helps. There's a medic and there's toughness, but these kind of I consider as damaging ability. So you see, my build is going forward with as least damage done possible, because we know the Dead Eye is absolute beast in ranged. Then we have Psi-Freak that is absolute beast with abilities. So melee, I'd say probably Mercenary is the one who absolutely excels. Especially when you pick up all the abilities that does damage increasement, crazy. I have unlocked these abilities, these combos, and Wung Fu. So that's where I spend the points. But still, I have 10 points left, so basically, there's nowhere I can put by my rules. For bio and psi points, as you can see, I have them as well a little bit. By a little bit, of course, I'm lying. Aura, but for mutations, of course, I can't go without Blaze. This is for movement, basically. There's no damage from this ability whatsoever. And here I have also these red wasps, but actually I'm not using them, so anyways, that's beside the point. I can purchase them all. I have exactly points to get them, but I would never use them because my intellect is so low that the energy is drained so fast, so there's no point of taking it, to be honest, okay? But Fungi is also for accessibility, so I can play. So you see, as least as possible. And the resistance also, nothing is gained, only from the gear. Everything you see, and yeah, I have 35 ability points because charisma actually tops at 180. Then there's a cap because this barter does these additional percentages give you nothing, because there's a hard cap at 75% discount. So that's the bonus. So I just stopped spending points. So now you might be thinking, okay, this probably and definitely is the worst class ever. Well, class, because it's my invention. All other classes were already exploited, not exploited, but shown in YouTube by awesome channels and full in depth and what to pick and how to. They left me nothing. So I have this, right? So you might be thinking, so why on earth there was entitled worst or best class build? So what can actually be best about it? So okay. So you can see, you can't. Well, you can. No, you can't. I need to switch to this screen. Currently, critical chance is lower, but actually, well, I don't have my full gear on, because this is so ugly. These helmets are so ugly. Who the hell decided to... I hate them. Anyways, but you can see critical chance is 55%, which actually can be increased even further. 31 melee damage and 15 here, so let's put on the right gear, because yeah.
Now that's what I call a blade.
What I need 2 pistols, double wheel, and I need also these 2 weapons, this and that. Yeah, 16. And so now this is my full gear. Previously it was show off to have us awesome, but now we have 55%, 31 and 19. If you sum them up, you see that's quite easily goes, yes, it goes beyond 100%. So just with the gear, with 0 luck, the general I have went for critical, and it is important because otherwise the damage is actually really low. Remember, I have no strength, I have no ability, damage boosting abilities, perks, nothing. So the critical chance is only allowed because, remember, I can barter. This is a barter build, which means I can focus on equipment, my gear, and that is where this build excels. Okay, let me explain a little bit. I need to warn you, this is kinda spoiler, kinda exploit, kinda cheat, kinda everything is bad. From here point on, do not, I repeat, do not repeat this at home. This is made by professionals with guidance, so yeah, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, the trick is simple. Let me show you. Once you open up, pay attention to this one thing. Once you start trading with anyone, it does the calculations, and at the top you see the discount it is made. And this is locked at 75. It basically is the maximum. So what I need you to do now is pay attention how much greens I have. 25,000. It doesn't matter that the small portion of it. So what I will do now, I will just randomly, and let me show you, there's some quite awesome things I can buy. They cost thousands, few hundreds. Yeah, there's quite a lot of those. Let me show what I do here usually. I open up just randomly gear, and this is the gear I'm wearing, and sells quite a lot of money. Alright. When I'm just, I need money. And I always sell until I have just all the resistance stuff. Okay. Now, I have quite a lot of money. That's cool. Now I'm thinking, but wait, I'm a barter, so I can probably negotiate some stuff, right? So what I do now is, the same jacket. I can buy it back a little bit cheaper, So at this point, you see where it's going. I sold all my expensive gear. I bought all the gear back. Now I'm purchasing everything that little poor vendor has. Absolutely everything. All the gears upgraded, everything. I'm buying that shop out, right? So now I have all his gear, and take a look how much money I have. The greens. I had 25. Yes, the game, this exploit basically allows you to go to this crazy discount. When you have 75% discount, it applies to sell and buy, which basically is whatever you buy from the guy or whatever you sell, buying back, you actually gain money. And to achieve this discount, of course, you need to put at the beginning some points in the character, this charisma, as I said. When you start it with max out, you have already 100 charisma. 100 charisma, remember, this barter caps at 37%. So only 8 levels in the game, 8 points you put in charisma, and you will have maximum barter 75%. From level 8 beyond, actually it's, you can imagine it starts a little bit sooner where you can buy cheap stuff, but actually going and exploit by whatever money you have, whenever you can buy or sell one thing and purchase back and sell and back and just repeat until you have, you know, all the goods and all the money. So this build, as stupid as it is, without vitality, without strength, without intellect, without agility, without luck. Okay, 5. But with this charisma and level 8, there is no item in the game that is not available for me. And I need to remind you, the traders in the game, they have these items they are restocking. When you proceed in the game and continue playing, you have quite new gear, and they sometimes by random chance sell something absolutely great. For example, if I need to be honest, this inventory, let me check. Remember, at this point you realize there is nothing out of my reach. So for example, this ritual sword, which is one of the best, this is not a drop, this is not a special something, it's just pure bind. Yeah, there is a problem, of course, with this build. The problem is basically most of the weapons and ranged weapons and melee weapons, they require agility, vitality, or strength. Those 3 stats you need absolutely. And I would say 50 is enough, but I've seen also 16, 70. So far I have seen the highest, probably it goes beyond, where it's locked. As you can see, I need agility, strength, so none of them I can wield, and the same problem goes in similar problem. Most of the weapons, as you can see, all these guns. The first gun I can actually use is 231 damage. Yeah, way better here. Rifles also way better, but I need vitality, because vitality is limitation. So currently the build is, I'm locked, and the locking, remember I have 35%, so I can easily put them in and start using them, but I'm still doing this without any additional attribute, and just with this little trick where every single item that can be bought is mine. And that you can understand. That's why basically the gear I can make. One more thing, I limit myself with additional few things. These weapons are not fully upgraded. At least ranged weapons. You see, none of them actually. One is, yes, this is absolutely the maxed out, but all other weapons can be still improved. And improved, you mean the material and what was the other stat? I'm always forgetting. Material and quality. Yes. You see, I can. These are the 2 pistols I'm currently. No, not that pistol. This pistol. I can open up, and as you can see, I can improve material by 2 levels, and I don't need to point out that these materials at the bottom, the crafting cost, which is quite expensive, I have dismantled about a few thousand things. These materials that show only 99, I have approximately few thousand. Because remember, I can purchase everything. I can purchase every single hat in the game, but I need only one. So every other hat I can dismantle, and that's what I've been doing. So it not only gives you a possibility to get every single item in the game that can be purchased, but also upgrade them, fully play out with crafting costs. Dismantling and crafting, that's all for this specific build. This is the Barter build, right? And you might be thinking like, yeah, I see what you did. Why? An answer is two leading points I want to make here. That's why I need to bring up the map. Currently, with as stupid build as it sounds, remember, all the limitations with weapons, none of the damaging abilities, and trust me when I say I'm not the god of the gaming or something like that. But I've managed quite easily, enjoyable, fun, exploring, doing quests. Basically, what I consider those two regions, basically 2/3 of the game I have managed to go through, and where I can see where is my level. My character level is seen. Oh yeah, 46. 46 levels in the game. Currently the game 24, 30, 40 hours in the game. 2/3 cleared from the game. Proceed of course through the story, and 46 levels. I'd say not super easy. I'm playing on the hard. Currently they just released an update where it's extreme level. I switched of course to extreme, so I'm playing the hardest possible basically build, with only exception that I can buy things, right? And why you do this? Answer is simple. When the game came out and few reviews came out that it's bad. Ranged is overpowered, which is true. Ranged was and is quite powerful. I went and I'm playing mostly melee. I also used range because remember, I'm the weakest possible. This is the weakest build you can have. If 46 levels through the game, enjoying, playing, capturing forts, proceeding, killing bosses and everything is not proof enough that is not as bad as everyone is whining about, you can only whine about that, of course, the imbalance. How ranged is more powerful than melee. And with this patch that released yesterday, I think, the melee is even more powerful. I switched to extreme difficulty, and I haven't played as that much, but with this additional 5% increase in melee, I see how they hit me harder, but I still kind of the difficulty level went up definitely, and it's still playable, and it's still in melee. I can absolutely kill single one of them. So to wrap it up, and you might be thinking, okay, why I mentioned so particularly 2/3 of the map being cleared? Because I chose this moment to make this video about the game precisely now. Why? Because of the Biomutant, that one awesome, in quotes, reviewer that said, I explored 2/3 of the game in first 10 hours and it was, I was bored. And I'm like, to actually not explore, like just run around and with the horse, with your mount, but actually see and what's there, the quest, everything, you need approximately 40 hours. With my worst build, so with easier build, I'd say 30 hours. So I call fully bullshit that review, that exploration, that nothing, that was rushed, stupid, and really bad review, like really bad review. So that, if anyone's still watching that channel, well, blame on you, because it can't be done in 10 hours properly. So why I also make this video quickly, we are finishing up. This is basically this is the crazy guy that can buy everything in the game. After the video I will put at least 50 points in vitality, agility and strength, so I can unlock and start wielding weapons and ranged, because there's no reason why I'm not putting all those points in. There's absolutely no reason, just to show you that it's doable. I'm still playing melee and it's quite fun, especially when you master Wung Fu combos. Combined with them ranged, there is basically no build that I would suggest to go only melee, only ranged, or only abilities. Combine them. That's where it shines. That's how, with the shrooms, with a few shots to get better combos in difficult fights, you trigger the Wung Fu, then you do the area of damage. Or this is, and the game is actually shining a lot. Despite the reviewers that said, yeah, melee is really underpowered. Yeah. And this guy that plays with 10 strength without superpower weapons and without any damaging ability and still in melee went through 46 levels enjoying them. It's not like suffering. It's like I died on some hard fights. I'm not gonna tell I never died. I've died. That's part of the game. That's part of the experience, where you are underpowered and still manage to go through, and still manage to basically, once you master your moves, it's not bad. That's you. That's bad. That's your gameplay. That's your lack of involvement. That's your ignorance, where you can click a ranged weapon and say, yeah, this is easier. I play like this. Ranged is better. Ranged is really powerful. Yeah. Master that melee, master that Wung Fu, and you will see how melee actually shines in the game. Alright? So don't give me this bullshit. And remember, I'm still playing with Sentinel that has less damaging abilities and perks than any other class, right? So that concludes my my build. My crazy, I shouldn't be calling it a build, but today's build, it's a Sentinel class and it's a Barter, okay? So guys, if you haven't figured it out, the game is pretty awesome. No matter how even when you try to build a worst possible character, the class in the game, I ended up with one of the awesome, because I can purchase everything, right? Thank you for watching. I will keep making content about the game, because this game is absolutely masterpiece, and whoever says something else, yes, well, of course, it's not for everyone, it's not everyone's cup of tea, but it is good game. Thank you for watching, and we will meet in the next videos. Cheers.